Dominic.
Hey Dominique, what brings you in today?
Actually anxiety, panic attacks.
Okay.
I used to go to therapy when I was younger, and then I stopped.
Okay.
Personal issues with a therapist,
Okay.
and I had a really negative view towards it. I didn't feel like I needed it. And then in high school, I started going back because of family issues with my family.
Okay.
And it worked for a little bit, and I've always kind of been an anxious person, but I could pinpoint it to certain things. And recently, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, I started having panic attacks out of nowhere. In the car, at work, I couldn't breathe. I've been this last year alone, I've been in the hospital 3 times
Oh wow.
because I either thought that first time I thought I was having a heart attack. That's exactly what it felt like. And then the second time, same thing. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then this last time in July, I thought I was having an allergic reaction because I know the feeling of my throat closing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I feel like as I've gotten older, it's become worse, and I can't control it. And then I talk to people, and they're like, well, don't think about what makes you anxious, or don't be in a situation that makes it. And it's kind of hard talking to people, telling them that there's no particular thing that like triggers it. That's what everybody's saying. Well, look for your trigger and stay away from it. And so it's hard to talk to people about it, and it almost makes you feel alone because like it may sound crazy or people don't believe that it just happens, or it's as bad as you say it is. And you tell people that I thought I was having a heart attack, or you go to the hospital and you're telling somebody like, no, I can't breathe, and you know a doctor is standing over you like, I'm gonna give you some Ativan and you'll be okay. It almost it does make you feel like a crazy person. And so I've considered going back to therapy for it, but I'm really struggling with how do I not sound crazy, if that makes sense. Like, but mental illness does run in my family. My dad's biological grandmother, he's adopted. So my grandpa, who I thought was my grandpa, isn't his real dad. It's another man, and that man's mom, she had anxiety disorder and depression, and she actually committed suicide.
Oh wow.
And my grandma's mom, she has depression, but she also has cancer. So I thought that was linked in. But the last really bad panic attack that I had in July, they asked me because they saw a pattern if there ever was, and I always said no, and come to find out that there is. And so I've just been, I guess, struggling with how do I just deal with it, not feel like wake up in the morning and feel like I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, just tell me that there's some Ativan and relax, you know what I mean?
You know, it's a struggle because I think in a lot of ways our society and the demands that society puts on us pushes us into situations where it triggers, even though we may not understand what exactly triggers it. I mean, there's something in you that predisposes you to anxiety because of your past, your family history, and that's really good. I think it's really important to be aware of that, because that'll help you, you know, in dealing with your anxiety now. One of the things that I find helpful, you know, and don't worry when you go to a therapist, you have to find somebody that fits with you. If they don't fit, don't go back, and that's okay, because that's who, you know, there are lots of therapists out there, and you've got to find a person you feel comfortable with to be able to share, you know, these issues and details of your life. You know, have you ever? What are some of the things that your therapist in the past have asked you to do? Any exercises or anything like that?
Yeah, deep breathing,
Uh-huh.
breathe in through your nose with your mouth closed and hold it. Take a long deep breath in, hold it for a couple seconds and then, breathe out through your mouth. And I do this exercise now and they're pretty good at calming me down. It's the problem when I'm in a full blown panic attack that even though it's happening more so I can kind of tell what it is, there's still those times where I'm sure something's wrong. Like something, I'm either having a heart attack or I can't breathe or to the point to where I'm like that. I've turned into that person that like I'm on WebMD, on Googling all my symptoms because no one will listen to me. And then it makes me feel depressed because it's like, well, either I deal with it or by myself because I don't want people to think I'm crazy, or I talk to someone and then I get the judgment, I guess.
Yeah, people don't understand that, and that's part of a problem, and what so many other people with anxiety issues. I mean, people have, if we're all honest with ourselves, we all have issues, and anxiety is one of them. And I'm going to encourage you to move forward with that therapy simply because, you're meant to be a whole person. I believe you're meant to be whole physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever that means for you. But we're created to be whole. And if we exercise and eat right, then, we're taking care of ourselves physically. Emotionally, if we laugh, maybe, watch a funny movie, hang out with friends, But if we neglect that one area because we're afraid of what's in that closet, or whatever it is that's, pushing us towards those issues, we're not becoming whole. And I would consider, I don't, from my personal point of view, I don't like using medicine, but you'd probably be, if you find yourself in those situations, you'd probably be well served to consider seeing a psychiatrist, somebody who can prescribe if needed.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying you need that, but in the sense of taking medical medicine and therapy. I think you need both of them because you need to be able to talk to somebody that's going to understand you, and that's what therapists we're supposed to do is to talk and to listen and to try and understand what's going on so we can help you move towards that wholeness. So don't ever consider. I think what you've got to resolve yourself to at this point is finding that person, that therapist that fits you. And maybe you had somebody, maybe you didn't. I think, your reaction as you were talking about during your time in high school is, fairly normal. I raised 2 teenage daughters, so I understand what it's like to be, have somebody in high school in that sense. So there's a lot of other things in play. But move forward. Take the, are you taking anything right now?
I was prescribed by the doctor in the hospital Ativan,
Okay.
and then he only gave me like a really limited supply. I think it was like a couple of weeks, and then it was just take as you need it. You don't have to take it for the 2 weeks, but it was a certain number of pills in there, and I still have it. And it's been since July, so I didn't take it for 2 weeks. But I try to only take it when I'm in like full blown, nothing's working. My next step is to call the hospital and like, let me try this first. But I think I have like 1 or 2 left. And I think the thought of that I only have that is what's making me even more anxious and pushing me to go talk to someone because I'm like you, I'd rather not take the medicine.
Yeah.
But there's something about knowing that if I do need it and it's there, that's relaxing in itself.
Yeah. I think it's you can go both ways really. Too many people just talk about it and don't do anything. It's important to take that medicine you know, but, I just consider seeing somebody that has the ability to prescribe, maybe a psychiatric tech or somebody like that, who will refer you to a therapist you can talk to. But that's where I think we need to move forward in that way today.